Time to open up with the first guest that we're going to follow for 2022. Let's get it.
Hello there. I'm Dennis Butterworth with Warpick BBQ, but you can call me Butter, and you're listening and watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show with Rob Arocha.
You know I had to open it up with Butter again because he only said with Rob Arocha. I am once again Han Solo, but that's okay. That is okay. I made a quick phone call, and we got somebody lined up to co-host with me. But let's get this show started, shall we? Thank you for tuning in to the So Smokin' Gooder Show. I'm your host, Rob Arocha, and I'm coming to you from the Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. Today's Wednesday, and it's 8 o'clock. I'm glad you guys have joined us. I see the YouTube peeps are already in the house, and, of course, our Facebook fans are always here. I appreciate you guys tuning in to that. I can't believe it's already January 19th. What's going on, guys? What is going on? All right, so shout out to Ernest Cervantes, who was on the show last week. That was a great show. If you guys didn't get a chance to check that out, go back and watch it. Big Ern was talking about the first year in business for the Burnt Bean Company, and it's been a successful year, to say the least. So I was very happy to have him on. So what's up, guys? Let me do a rundown real quick. Daddy Dutch in the house. Mad Wood. Appreciate you guys. I saw Candy Baines. I saw Wes, Jared McCrory. What's up, guys? How you got? T-Squared's in the house. Come Pete Barbecue. All right, he's checking in. I appreciate you. Samantha Cherry, hello. Kevin Wise, what's up, guys? Juan, that's a new one. I like it. Welcome in. Welcome in. JB in the house. Grady Speed, what's up? And Derek Bernal. All right, guys. All right, so I did say that I was Han Solo, and I am Han Solo, but I made a quick call right before this show started, and we've got him back. We're going to have a co-host, a special co-host. Couple things that I said in that very first show is I was going to have some drop-in co-hosts whenever Case couldn't arrive, and this one kind of fell in my lap, so I appreciate this man jumping in right here. Welcome, everybody, to the show. A co-host for tonight's show, Mr. Top Fan Tony. What is up? And it said show sucks. I love it.
You like that, huh?
I love it. What's up, Catherine? How you doing? Robert Leal's in the house. Greg, what is up? Tom Fuentes. Man, I'm loving this, Tony. See, look, you're bringing out the people, bro. They didn't even know you're going to be on, but you're bringing them out.
That's all right. You're Han Solo, and tonight I was almost hand solo until you called.
How you been? How's it going? What's going on?
Oh, just sitting here in my wonderful basement in Hotlanta and working away. Nothing's changed. Once again, the only number that got called this weekend was my phone number. and it was Emily asking for money. That's about it.
The only call you had was your daughter. That's sweet, though, even though she's asking for money. But it's still sweet. I didn't call you. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you called me about 5 minutes ago. Hey, man, can you get on the show? I'm like, yeah, sure.
I did.
No problem.
Trumpet Master Carlos.
Who are we honoring tonight? I didn't even know who's on the show.
Why him? Why
him?
not? Why not? That's your team name. Why not barbecue? For those that haven't figured that out, why not? YNOT is Tony spelled backwards.
Correct. That's for.
You're so brilliant, bro. You're so brilliant.
It's for the dyslexics. I'm telling you, it was it.
Is that what it was?
You got to bring in one minority group, and I chose the dyslexics.
All right. So the very first show I had of 2022. This is show number 3 in the 3rd week. So we're doing well. So 3 of my goals for 2022 are already on track. The first goal was to do more shows in 2022. 3rd week, 3rd show, on track, doing well, batting 1,000. The second one was to have some special pop-in co-hosts. Han Solo tonight, 5 minutes before. I said, hey, can you do it? Yes. There you go. Top Fan Tony's co-hosting tonight. There's goal number 2 this rain. We're going to be doing this throughout the year. The last goal, well, not the last goal, but one of the other goals was I wanted to get with a team or 2, and I think I'm going to do 2. Haven't lined out that second team yet, to a new team. So this is where you asked who's on the show. This is what we're talking about, Tony. We have a new team. They're not so much new. I think they've been at it a couple years now, but we're just really starting to hear their name on the circuit. And I wanted to follow some new up-and-coming teams. Not every week, but maybe every 3rd month, check in with them, see how they're doing. But tonight, we're going to introduce one of those teams, and that's going to be AJ Garza out of Hondo, Texas, with God's Country Barbecue. Ever heard of AJ Garza, Tony?
I've probably said something disgusting to him at a cook-off. I don't remember. I don't know.
What's up, boys, from down under Hollywood, the Smokin joint. I appreciate you guys checking in, guys. We need to have those guys back. They're hilarious, by the way. Those guys are hilarious. All right, so those were kind of like the goals going, and I had others that are still working out. But the other goals was to do some giveaways. I've been doing that the last 2 weeks. I had some giveaways. I've decided to wait till the end of the month. I work from home, boys and girls, and I don't like to leave the house unless I have to. So I'm going to, at the end of each month, I'm going to distribute these. So this cherry apple habanero, who won that the very first week? Corby Simpkins won this one. Some Cosmos at cherry apple habanero. That's going out at the end of this month. Last week, Greg from Compete Barbecue won some really nice Texas Oil Dust zesty garlic. And tonight's giveaway, I haven't figured out how we're going to do that tonight yet, Tony, but we'll figure that out, bro. Tonight's giveaway is our boy, Phil Breeden. We're going to give away some LC barbecue, some rawhide, which this thing is really awesome. Just like the other 2. This is really awesome. Part of my my repertoire, my what am I trying to say? My stuff, part of my stuff, my lineup. This goes on a lot of them. So
that's layer number 1 right there for you. Isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's layer number 1. Yeah, Hector, he knows. What's up, Hector? Vincent. Sorry, I was going to give him an extra E. Vincent, what's up, brother? That could be my second team I'm eyeing. All right, so let's get to it. You ready to start this show, bro?
Let's roll.
Anything you want to add? Like I mentioned, sorry, you said you missed one call, but how things going well for you right now? You still keeping an eye on Texas barbecue? I hope so, because you're a co-host.
I'm still watching, even though I'm in Facebook jail again, so I can't comment. So happy birthday to CJ Bean.
There you go.
And he's celebrating a birthday. What is he, like 90 now?
CJ,
91?
I don't know. That's a good question. How old is CJ?
He's up there. He's up there. So
Arsenal, yes, thank you. I can tell you
Arsenal, go Arsenal.
Wes Reed, Tony's hand knows a little bit about that rawhide.
Man, he don't know shit. I use a wet vac and a jelly donut. That way it keeps my hands free for the mouse and the coffee. All right?
All right. Well,
y'all don't know.
Let's keep this show on.
Are we PG rated tonight?
No, we're never PG
good.
rated. Never PG rated.
Wet vac it is.
Tony, what do you know about Twitch?
Oh, my God. I know a few DJs that go on there, right? And they're all looking for money, but there's a lot of people getting busted now for streaming TV shows while they're commenting on it, and they're getting copyright.
We're not
fines.
streaming a TV show, but we're multi-platforming. We're trying out Twitch tonight. So if anybody's there from Twitch, make a comment, see if you're watching. I have no idea. I'm not even.
That's where the money's made. You have to ask for them to buy subs.
Yeah. Well, since we're multi-platform, let's do a quick little sponsor spot, and let's give these guys some shout-outs real quick before we get AJ on. Shout out to our great sponsors, Rec Tech, Cosmos Q Products, Texas Pepper Jelly, Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, LC Barbecue, Rick's RV Rentals and Repairs, Eureka Heights Brew Company, Chicken Fried Barbecue Grind, Jay Harding and Company, Texas Oil Dust, Bullprint Wraps and Graphics, and the Barbecue Store in Hempstead. Thank you for supporting the Smokin Gooder Show. Yes, thank you, sponsors. I always have to worry. I always wonder what Tony's doing whenever I come back to it. But thank you guys. I appreciate you supporting this show. Thank you very much. What do we got?
So I'm in the basement, right? And all the HVAC is exposed, and I hear a scurrying noise. I think there's a squirrel trapped in the freaking HVAC. That's why.
That says lunch tomorrow. What's up, Joe and Monica Castillo? I appreciate you guys tuning in. Trumpet Master, I think I said your name earlier. Smoke a joint. There's somebody in there that I didn't mention. Adam Martinez. Get up, Chucky. All right.
Get up, Chucky.
All right. So I kind of highlighted who we're doing and why we're doing it. But let's bring him on right now. This is AJ Garza. He's out of Hondo, Texas, with God's Country Barbecue. What is up, brother? How are you?
Good. How are you, man?
You doing all right?
I'm doing good.
So for people like Tony, who does not know who you are, give a little rundown of who you are, maybe how you got into this thing. We'll talk about that here in just a minute, but just kind of run down who you are real quick.
I'm AJ Garza. I'm from Hondo, Texas. Started cooking about 2 years ago now, I guess, end of 2019. Probably the last year, middle of last year, really started hitting it hard, started going to different cook-offs, something where it was close by, and then decided, hey, let's chase this, let's do something. Let's start getting out there and trying to make a name for ourselves.
So AJ, you like you said, you started towards the end of 2019. So how many contests did you get towards the end of that year?
So 2019, I think I only did one it was in October, November. It was a local one. Like the month before, it was my wife's birthday, so I cooked the brisket there at the house. I always cooked at the house and made a brisket. Everybody loved it. There was a cook-off in Castroville, which is a town next to us, east of us. Mm-hmm. Cooked there, got an 8th place calling brisket, and from there I was like, oh, shit, let's try it. Let's let's see what this.
You got the bug. You got the bug, didn't you?
Yeah.
I got the bug, and I think, and like I was saying, you, Rob, this past weekend, you cook at the house, you cook for somebody or whatever it is, and of course, your friends are always gonna be like, oh yeah, it's the best thing, bro.
Best thing. You're amazing.
And so I went in.
You should open a restaurant.
Yeah, you should open a restaurant. Yeah. So
do you deliver?
I went to this cook off with that mentality, and then we got an 8th place calling brisket. I think in ribs we got maybe 13th or 14th. And chicken was like 17. There's like 20, 25, 27 teams at this cook-off. And guys, I've never even knew before. But I got, like you said, I got the bug. I got the bug.
Well, that's it's interesting timing. You started towards the end of 2019, and then 2020 hits, and then everything kind of shuts down for a while anyway, as far as barbecue. Right. So really, would you say kind of last year you kind of started getting those, the contest under your belt a little bit?
Yeah. So 2020 hit, and then obviously COVID hit again. I think we cooked at the Bucks and Barbecue here in San Antonio. There was like over 150 teams. So I think that was actually like our second cook-off after that Castroville one.
Did you get a call there?
We didn't get no call, and I was like, man, this is a lot harder than what I thought. So we we cooked there. I met at that cook-off. I met RJ's barbecue from the Valley. Met him. He was actually next to me, and he said, "Man, you need to check out Arnie Tex. You know, he's getting the game right now, and he's got an online class." I said, "I'll consider it." You know, and I want to say he maybe got reserve grand champion that cook-off. So I was like, I'll think about it. You know, so COVID hit obviously, and there was really no cook-offs going on. So I think towards the end of that year, we went to Spring Branch. We ended up getting like a 4th place call on ribs, and I was like, man, here we go again, you know. So there's that bug again. I was like, man, I want some more. Towards the end of that year, I think in 2020 we probably cooked about four cook-offs. A lot of them got canceled, you know, because they're
right.
There's COVID, and then the ones that were still going on were far away. Which time, you know, I was like, well, I really don't want to drive too far away. I'm just getting started, you know. I don't want to waste all my money. So the end of 2020, towards the end of 2020, you know, we started picking it up. That's whenever we're like, you know what, let's try, you know, for 2021. 2021 came around, and we did a lot more cook-offs then.
All right, so AJ, I got a question. When you said, you said to your wife, let's start chasing. What are you chasing? The money or the points?
Well, now as a 2022, now we're chasing the points. You know, back then it was just trying to get out there, you know, because I love to barbecue. So at that point, it was like, I guess chasing the rush, you know, of going out there, you know, and competing against guys, you know, that have been doing it for years. And I just enjoyed it. You know, it's these competitions are fun. You know, you go to a competition and then you go and meet somebody. You go to a camp. It doesn't matter what camp you go to, and you feel like family. You know, you feel like you've known that person for months, years. You know, because you start talking about different cook-offs you've been to. You start talking about things that you're doing, stuff like that, and it was that rush at the beginning, you know, for the past couple of years, and then now it's like, well, let's chase the points. You know, CBA. I followed a lot of the guys last year that were cooking CBA, and they've done well. You know, and now this year, you know, we've been fortunate. You know, the end of the year, started December, we went to Bristol. We got 2 calls there. Last week we got 2 calls in Eagle Pass. You know, and it's like, man, we can compete with these guys. You know, and it's that rush. You know, it's fun. So this year, you know, I want to chase the points, but at the beginning it was just that rush, you know, I guess it was just not really we're chasing anything. It was fun.
Well, this is good because, like I said, I was looking for a couple of teams to kind of run 2022 through, right? To kind of check in with you. Maybe 3 months down the line, well, obviously 3 months down the line, I'll contact you and say, hey, let's go on in there. Let's see if you see how you've been doing. I know you'll probably, knowing you, I know you'll have some big events, big wins, or big calls that we can talk about. But then we'll also talk about, you know, what are you learning? What's maybe something you've learned in the last 3 months that you didn't already kind of anticipate or know before. So I'm excited to hear you say you're going to chase points, right? Is that what you're going to
Yeah.
be? All right,
Yeah.
Cool. So you're going to be going for it. And yeah, you had 2 calls last week. You had 2 or 1 in Uvalde.
Yeah, I had 2.
So you get calls there with CBA, their Champions of Barbecue event, Uvalde, the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. You can compete. You definitely can compete with anybody at this point. Now it's all about, like we all say, it's putting out some really good product. And
now you got to learn pork
and getting lucky. Yeah, and you got to learn some pork. Did you get a call in pork?
Yeah, I got second in pork.
Second.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, third in pork.
Third in pork. I was gonna say you didn't get second.
No, because somebody, yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
I got second in brisket. Yeah.
Second in brisket and third in pork. That's pretty solid, Tony.
Yeah.
So that's going on there.
Those are good calls. Those are good
Yeah.
for Uvalde and Eagle Pass. Those are good calls. It was a stacked house.
So Tony, when you were starting out, what do you remember most about maybe something you learned going into it that you maybe didn't know already? Wes is in the comments from YouTube. He's checking in. He says, I remember Top Fan Tony's first cook-off, Hold 'em and Hit 'em, 2016.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible.
Was that the rain one?
Yeah, that's what, you know how many free full-size pans I got that were floating down the water. I must have went home with 2 cases of pans in a cooler.
So what do you kind of remember starting out?
Starting out, I remember the biggest mistakes I made was not writing stuff down and just like, okay, we're gonna do it like this. And hopefully you remembered how to do it from the last cook-off, right?
Right.
And after Hold'em and to get in 2017, I started writing stuff down. I had a journal. I practiced, and a lot of people make the mistake. They say, "Oh, I'm practicing at home," but are you practicing on a competition clock, or are you just cooking and doing your recipe? So we started practicing as a competition. We watched the clock, and it'd be like at a cook-off, and I had my book, and I would check off my stuff and make sure I didn't forget any steps or write in a step. And then I learned that at the cook-off, I need to take notes of the changes I made. That way you can compare, okay, this is why I walked here, and this is why I didn't walk. And that was the biggest thing, and that's how I learned to get consistent.
I remember Phil Breeden once told me we were talking about practicing, right? And he says, "Why do you practice?" And I was like, "Well, I was, trying new things and this and that." He goes, and the way Phil approaches practicing is, he says, and I remember, I won't forget, he said, "I only practice," or he said, "people practice and they learn what not to do," right? And he goes, "They don't learn what to do." That's where you learn. You learn at a cook-off if something's working, if this spice is working, mixed with what you've already done. He goes, practicing at home is maybe giving you something what not to do. And I remember that because I remember starting out with this pork deal. I used to have this really dark injection, and I would inject it in the pork. And then when I would slice the money muscles, I would see dark spots throughout the money muscle because of my injection was too dark. And that kind of makes sense. It's like, well, I practice, yes, and I learned not to do that. But it's, the as far as the seasonings and the temps and stuff like that, you're going to learn that in a competition type setting. So that kind of stuck out when you mentioned practicing, Tony.
Yeah, that helps.
It does.
And take pictures in the proper light.
Yeah, and use filters.
Yeah.
No, that filters are only for social media.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah. So somebody asked a question. I'm going to highlight some questions. If you have questions for AJ, drop them in. I'm going to try and highlight them. Somebody asked how many contests. Is there a goal that you, or set a number that you're kind of looking at as how many you'd like to do this year? You just kind of see where you end up halfway through the year and see what you need.
Yeah, so it's like halfway throughout the year. I think so. In March, I'm not cooking next month because of my job. But in March, I'm cooking twice in March, and I think for the year right now, I think we've got probably about 12 lined out for the year. If there's more than that, well, then hey, we'll try it. If they're close by, or I mean, I don't mind traveling either. This year I'm really committed to chasing these points, and trying to do something this year.
What are you cooking on right now?
So I've got a offset smoker, and then I've got one drum. It's a TK
for 4 meats.
I cook my chicken on the drum, and I cook ribs, brisket, and pork on my offset.
So that being said, when are you putting give me a rough timeline. When are you putting your brisket on, your pork, and your ribs? Chicken, everybody knows chicken goes on an hour before, but
so you mentioned pork, so we're talking CBA timelines. So go ahead.
Yes. So CBA timelines, like this past weekend, and it's every weekend for CBA now. I've cooked 3 CBA cook-offs. So wake up in the morning about 3:30, get to whether I'm there or not, but I'll start my fire about 4 o'clock. Start my fire 4 o'clock. I'll start seasoning my brisket and my pork. So at 5 o'clock, between 4:30 and 5, my brisket and pork go on my offset. About 7 o'clock, my ribs go on. And then from there, usually I would say about 12 o'clock, my pork and my brisket will be done. And then about 11:30, my ribs will be done. And that's the way I've learned my offset, throughout the years. I've had that. Mine was a homemade offset. A buddy of mine from work built it for me, and I've got that one on the back of my trailer. And I've learned it, this past year, cooking at these other cook-offs, how it cooks. And I love it. My firebox is insulated. I don't think I've ever had a brisket, whether I'm doing the catering or a cook-off, I don't think I've ever had a brisket go past 10 and a half hours. So, those are my timelines coming in. Then I'll rest my, once everything's done, well, I've got a camera, I'll put everything in the camera on rest. And then until, an hour before, then I'll start pulling out the meats, and start doing those finishing steps and stuff that I need to do before turning.
Nice.
So you're not running that hot. How hot is the offset running? 250?
No, I'm running about 275, 300.
God bless. And you go 10 hours on a brisket?
Yeah.
Offsets are different. I remember that sniper.
And it's funny you say that because when I first got started, so back to my first cook-off, I went out, bought me a 250 gallon, which is what I got now, but 250 gallon propane tank. And a buddy of mine built it for me, which that one wasn't insulated. We threw that one we didn't cut really much anything off this tank. Threw it on the back of an 8-foot trailer. And I think we went to that first cook-off. It wasn't even painted. It wasn't painted. It was just, what it looked like when we picked it up. So from that one compared to this one, I guess by that time, I started learning, hey, it'll take this long, to cook a brisket. But this one here, was cut. I started doing research, started looking at different pits. And so whenever I got this other tank, I had my buddy, I said, hey, I want it built this way. He built it that way. And it's, I love it. It's a little bit shorter 250. It's not the full length. I've got it on the back of a 18-foot trailer. So about 6.5 feet wide, with minus the
have you tried doing the brisket on your drum that you have?
No. So the drum that I have now, I just got that one at the beginning of December. I just got it. And
if you want to give a shout out, you can on the drum.
Well, yeah, that drum's a TK Cookers drum. They're out of San Antonio. And so that's where I bought that drum at in December. And I love it. For chicken, I love it. I haven't cooked a brisket on it yet, so I don't know how it turns out. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about trying it just to see, especially if I'm gonna start chasing these points this year. I'm thinking about buying 2-3 more drums, and that way I can just load up these drums, and take off, take the travel trailer if I need to on these long ones, and that way I don't have to carry my 18-foot barbecue trailer.
It's a game changer once you learn to cook cook a brisket on the drum. That'll get your
yeah. So I had one that I built. I went on YouTube when I first started. I went on YouTube, built this drum, and that's what I used to cook my my chickens on. And I cooked the brisket on there once, and the whole bottom half of that was burnt. So
you can learn anything on YouTube, bro. Anything.
Yeah.
So let's take a step back. We talked about what you're cooking on. So where you're at right now, you've taken some classes. You want to talk about some classes? I know you mentioned Arnie's name, and you took that online class. Did you take any other classes to prepare you with to get you where you're at right now? Because like right now, I saw what I saw in Uvalde, and then this weekend, you're there, bro. I mean, you are you're somebody to look out for because you've had some success in those big tournaments already. And now you just need to really fine tune your game. And I think you'll be well on your way.
Yeah. Yeah. So I took, I think it was the end of 2020. I took that Arnie Tech's online course. Then I would message him, ask him questions, for cook-off, stuff like that. And then in the middle of July of 2021, I took a Phil's class, LC Barbecue. I took their class, and I mean, both of those classes were great classes. I think I'd much rather take an in-person class because there's some classes, his online class, it's all online. You see everything he does, but then you have questions, like when I took Phil's class, that was just game changer. I mean, you're there, you can ask the questions. And he's gonna answer them right there.
Yeah.
The combination of both of those have helped me where I'm at now. I would recommend, anybody, trying to start off or that hasn't taken a class, to take either one of those classes, because they're both great classes, and they've both helped me to get where I'm at now.
Well, we've said it on the show before. For the longest time, when I was getting started, there were no classes like that. I don't even know if they really had like YouTube. That right now you can jump on YouTube and you can go check out. And I'll give a shout out to Clarence Joseph. You can go to his channel and you can learn some really good trimming techniques. You go to a bunch of different YouTube channels and they'll give you timelines and whatnot. So there's a really good access to a baseline for barbecue, where when I was starting in 2012, there was none of that. And it took me a long time to finally say, all right, let's do a class. And because, I'm being stubborn and trying to trial and error and stuff. But I tell everybody now, if you want to get started like AJ, you're doing right now, I would definitely highly recommend some classes. And there are great ones out there. Clarence Joseph has a class. Phil Breeden has a class. I've seen, I'm just talking about local guys that I know personally, Bill Purvis. They're all coming out with classes. And so Arnie's another one. Tony, what the hell are you doing?
I'm pouring a glass of my dad's wine, and he ships me wine in a pig bag.
I'm gonna mute you until you get back into your dungeon, your lair.
I'm done. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I didn't know my mic was on.
It's okay. But yeah, so I'm talking about classes, and I highly recommend taking classes. I'm sure you feel the same way, AJ.
Oh yeah, I do. I mean, like I said, it was a game changer for me. 2020, helped me out, and then I'm waiting for Rob's class too. But and then Phil's class, really, I think it kind of just pushed me over that, that little slump I was in 2020, and I give credit to both, Phil and Arnie. I still message Arnie every now and then, and Phil. So they both been great to me.
So AJ,
yeah, go ahead, Tony. Go ahead. Sorry.
Arnie's class. You took Arnie's class and Phil Breeden's class.
Yes.
What were the number one takeaways from each class that you thought, like you saw the light? Oh my God, I can't believe I've been doing it wrong. Give me one example from each class that was worth all the money.
Probably, I would say probably both of them was the finishing steps for me.
Good question, Tony.
Because
I did my homework.
I know. Good question. 5 minutes in, homework.
So when I took Arnie's, it was the finishing steps for me. It was the finishing steps, with Arnie. Anybody can cook, season the brisket with whatever rub, like I guess like Paul said it a while back, in a couple lives ago. Anybody can cook that brisket, but it depends on how you cook it, because you learn how to cook it. And then those finishing steps is what is a game changer, at the end of the day, because you're trying to impress those judges. So Arnie's class, when I first got into it, I wasn't really doing the finishing step. It was more, I'm gonna cook it, how I do, and then we'll turn it in. So Arnie's taught me the finishing steps, and then Phil kind of elaborated on the finishing steps also, which everybody's got a different way to doing it. But what Phil actually taught me was keep notes. And like you said earlier, Tony, I didn't start keeping journals, of what I was doing during cooks until I took Phil's class. From cook-off to cook-off before, all I was doing was trying to remember, in the back of my mind, what I do last time. And now it's, I got notes, so I'm going back to my notes. Well, I did this, and this happened, and so I'm changing things, after Phil's class. And what I liked about Phil's, was it was in person, so a lot of the things that Phil did, he cooked on an offset during the class, and he also cooked on drums, and I've got both of those. So that helped out, because it's kind of like what I've got here at the house.
And he supplied beer too.
Yeah, lots of beer. But that is the number one thing when you're cooking. You could cook a complete turd. If you finish it right, you'll make it shine for the judges. And that's the au jus, how you're laying your au jus, if you're finishing it on a drum and au jus, if you're putting salt on the end, tasting it,
Yeah.
adding the sauce at a certain step, and then adding your sauce to the juice. Like some people I've seen have 5 finishing steps,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
which
important.
takes
And
20 minutes to box the meat.
and you can also kill a damn good brisket by adding shit to it at the end too. You gotta kind of know where you're at.
Yeah.
And it's a gamble at that end because you're like, man, this tastes pretty good. But what if I put a little of this on there? You
Yeah.
see, it could kill it, bro. It could have taken it to a perfect deal to maybe a little over the top. Tom Fuentes, 55,000 views. We were at 60 just a second ago. I'm gonna need an update from my boy Wes. Where are we at in the YouTubes, Wesley? But yeah, Chuck Long, exactly. Yeah, that last, you do. So we got a little bit of shadow class too, Brian. How to? Yeah. So the that that you can make it or break it on the end table. That is for sure. And the good ones know how to, like Tony said, you can make a turd into a winner, and you can also make a winner into a turd, just depending on where you're at on that finishing table. But that's where that's where the multiple contests come in, and what Tony said, write it down and take journal notes and all of that. Cause you definitely know, okay, I added this on this day, and then on this contest, I didn't. See where you ended up, look at the comments. So, all right.
So AJ, I got a question. AJ, how many people are on your team?
So it's me and another guy. The other guy, he's the one that does he helps me out. So I do all the cooking. I do all the cooking from the beginning to end. My buddy, actually my neighbor, Billy, he'll come out and he's kind of the guy that makes sure that, hey, the fire's at this temperature. We're looking good. Hey, we got 2 hours to turn in. So he's kind of
he's your swamper. That's what he is.
And then so where he comes into a big part of this is during our finishing steps. During our finishing steps, the wife he'll come in, he'll help me out during the finishing steps, with saucing or adding that finishing dust, boxing, he'll help out during the finishing steps. But from pretty much the beginning till finishing steps, it's me, and then at the end, it's him that comes in clutch. I know on Uvalde, he really helped me out a lot. And I told him at the end of the day, I said, man, I don't think we would have been able to get these calls if it weren't for you. So he really came in clutch there in Uvalde. But I would say it's me and him, from beginning to end.
So do you guys drink during competition time?
So we'll drink the night before. I'll drink a little bit. Derek from Heavy's Barbecue kind of tells me when to go to sleep, put a curfew on me.
Because the reason why I'm asking, and I've seen this mistake, I've made the mistake. You're boxing, you taste the meat. Now, depending if you ate breakfast, if you smoke, or if you're drinking, that changes your palate.
Yep.
And you could all technically have the perfect meat, but you don't know because you're either hungover, or you had a strong cup of coffee, or you were smoking a cigar right before you put that food in your mouth, and that could really burn you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And I see a lot of people do it. I'm like, how the fuck are you tasting the meat with a cigar hanging out of your mouth and you just ate like 3 jalapeno tacos?
Yeah. Yeah. So on the day of cook, on a Saturday day, we don't, I won't drink until probably last turn in. I'll try and wait till brisket turn in. But I'll drink the night before, and I'll go to sleep about 11 or 12. Usually about 11, I'll go to sleep, get up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, start the fire. And then I won't drink, I'll drink water throughout the day. And then when I'm at a cook-off, I really don't eat. I'll cook all this food, and then I still won't even eat, which is probably normal.
I wouldn't eat it. All the injections, you're going to shit your pants by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Here, try this. By the end of the day, why did I got the shits? I got choro. Fuck all the phosphates, man.
Yeah. 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 So during, on Saturdays, I won't drink until after. And then if we're staying the night, well, then after, once awards come, we'll start drinking. we get drunk if we get calls. If not, we'll still get drunk.
Now you're packing it up. Drunk out of joy or drunk out of anger. Either way, you're getting fucked up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I had a couple comments to read. This was long, so I'll read. I got a little bit of a shadow class from Chicken Fried in the how to throw a party class at the Royal. Okay. Yeah, you did get a how to throw a party at the Royal. Kevin Wise, I'm going to tell you from a cooker standpoint, we judged last weekend in Eagle Pass. We didn't cook. And you didn't need to impress the judges because they were there to eat, not judge. We were the only cookers that judged. There was a couple from Indiana that are KCBS certified, and a gentleman from Tennessee was also certified. The rest were off the street, and they just wanted to eat free barbecue. Well, I mean, that's the thing that we've always done here in Texas is pull people off the street. We don't have certified judges. We don't instruct them what to look for. We don't give them any ideas other than, hey, if it's good to you, here's your options. Excellent, very good, fair, poor. You rank it there. So I kind of get what you're saying, Kevin, but at the same time, you have to appeal to the masses, right? You have to appeal to somebody that is a certified judge or somebody that's had a lot of judging experience, and also people that, like you mentioned, come off the street. Tony, what do you think of that comment?
I think you're right. And when you see it now, when you see the comment cards, they could really put you down, and you got to prevent yourself from chasing ghosts. If you know you put out a good product and you're consistent, stay consistent. Don't change your game up because you had a no calls or a bad call, right?
Yeah. I'm laughing at Tom. Tom, Judge 5.
Yeah,
Tom,
I saw his tickets. Judge 5 was screwed up. I'm sorry. But you got to take the good with the bad. These judges, some do come to eat.
True.
And you got to look at the crowd too. I know a lot of times if I get a chance, I'll sneak to the judge's tent and see who's there. If it's a lot of old white dudes, add more salt. If they're drinking, add more salt. If it's younger people, don't go too spicy. And you got to do the recon. You got to check out the crowd. And you'll know, and you'll learn this from cooking consistently, the same cook-offs every year. You'll remember, all right, this is a young crowd. This is an older crowd. This crowd likes spice. Right. So like AJ, after 2-3 years, you're probably going to be hitting better if you're consistently going to the same cook-offs. Right.
Yep.
Definitely taking notes, like you mentioned. And I went to Uvalde this past, when I went there, I went back because I was there in June, and then I went back in December. I looked at everything I did back in June just to make sure, or was that May or whatever it was, just to make sure that I was still on par because I did well that weekend. So I wanted to kind of make sure that I was doing the same type things because you kind of Tony, you kind of cooked, right? And then you kind of changed something here and there. And a couple months down the line, 3 months, 4 months, it's completely different what you're turning in. Even though you might think it's pretty much the same, there's a lot of differences that you might have done over the past 6 months that make this a completely different tasting protein as opposed to that. So you kind of, make
it's even seasonal. Johnny Dunn said it one time. He goes, he has a winter chicken. His chicken only hits good in the cold weather. Right? Yeah. Which I believe. In the cold weather, you need a more earthy, robust chicken. And in the summer, you got to go a little light. You got to watch your spices. And you got to watch how heavy the sauce is. And that's from keeping notes too, right? It always goes back to the notes.
I want to stick on some judging here in a minute. People are commenting. Judge by the public. Love it. Just cook your profile and adjust if needed. That's from Chuck Long. That's a very solid cook. Yeah, everybody's commenting on Judge 5 over here. Wes has a question for you, AJ. Have you ever judged a cook-off?
Good question, Wes. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, so I judged one cook-off was a local cook-off. I judged one, which is probably about maybe a year ago now, probably longer than a year ago. And I just made it to the chicken, and that was it. There were some that came through, and just, I mean,
chicken I hear is the worst.
Yeah,
one
I lost my appetite. I hadn't ate all day. I was waiting. I said, I'm gonna be eating all day. But I judged chicken, and yeah, they did it for me. I got some.
Go ahead, say it. Chicken no vale verga. Say it.
Yeah, no vale verga. Yeah, and the bad thing is, I judged this chicken right there. About 3 or 4 of them, I tasted, and they tell you, hey, if you don't like it, you can spit it out. Here's a cup. So I spit out about 3 or 4 of them, and then I go by this camp, and they give me this chicken. I'm like, well, man, this tastes like that chicken I spit out. So,
It wasn't Heavy's barbecue, was it?
no, it wasn't heavy.
No.
Heavy wasn't cooking out there.
It was probably Tom Fuentes. It was Tom Fuentes' chicken, the number 5 chicken.
Yeah. So I think they ended up getting like a 6th place call either way, and I was like, what the? So I mean, it was beyond me, how they got that call, but I mean, yeah, it did it for me. I've never tasted other ribs, briskets, or porks. Me and my wife wanted to try and do that. Go to different cook-offs, close by, but I'm like, well, I'd rather go cook the cook-off. I don't want to go judge.
Right.
So,
learn more.
No, you should judge. Judging is
I
good
understand.
because then you see. Judging is good because then you see the garbage that comes across the table.
Yeah. Well, I saw the garbage in the chicken.
Yeah.
I want to highlight Candy Baines. She's in the comments. Shout out to Candy Baines. She won the event of the year at the Champions of Barbecue banquet this past weekend. So that meant that she was the top event voted on by the cookers in the CBA for 2022. So congratulations, Candy Baines. Great job. But I do want to highlight what I mentioned earlier. Candy she does a great job of, this is part of why she won event of the year. She does a great job of getting judges, right? Or their crew. The Tom Ball VFW does a great job of getting judges. However, I kind of feel like maybe year to year and event to event, they do twice a year. Maybe I think they're going to do 3 events this year. So that is definitely one where you want to kind of take notes and see how you did and kind of go back and make sure you kind of run that same thing. If you did well, if you didn't do well, by all means, change it up because chances are, 50% or more are going to be the same judges from event to event. So that's something that is, kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Take notes, and that's one that you want to do that. What's up, Carlo Casanova, Fred? I think we found Judge 5. What's up, guys? Hey, now that chicken wasn't bad. Heavy's chicken isn't that bad? No, it's not, brother. I was just messing. I'm just messing with him. But yeah, so judging is a big part of that, and that's cool that you've done some judging. We always, that's what people say. Hey, go judge, right? Or go judge and see what you think is hitting. Because it's cyclical. We talk about that as well. The flavor profiles change, 3 months down the line. Right now it could be a spicier version, or we'll do pork, for example. I was doing really well towards the beginning of the year in pork with a sweet pork profile. And then I kept getting comments, I did 4 in a row where it was too sweet, didn't get a call. So I changed it up. I went more savory, started getting some calls. So that's something that you have to do. And I wouldn't overreact. We've talked about this on the show. I wouldn't overreact to 1 or 2 contests. But if you do see a pattern 4 or 5 down the line, then yeah, okay, it's time to change things up or trying to maybe tweak some things. So what's up, Carlo? Again, Carlo Casanova will be there next weekend in San Antonio. We'll talk about that at the upcoming event segment, the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to do a little sponsor spot, and then we'll come back with AJ because we still have some more to talk about. I appreciate you guys tuning in on a Wednesday night here at the So Smokin' Gooder Show. But let's do a quick sponsor shout-out real quick. Here we go.
It's hump.
Shout out to our great sponsors, Rec Tech, Cosmos Q Products, Texas Pepper Jelly, Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, LC Barbecue, Rick's RV Rentals and Repairs, Eureka Heights Brew Company, Chicken Fried Barbecue Grind, J. Harding and Company, Texas Oil Dust, Bullprint Wraps and Graphics, and the Barbecue Store in Hempstead. Thank you for supporting the So Smokin' Gooder Show. All right, Kevin says that he was not Judge 5. He can tell you I was on table 3, seat 2 for chicken. Kevin will still blame you. You were there. You are officially Judge number 5.
Kevin's number. He's Johnny 5. Hey, Rob, so I got a question.
Yes, sir.
When you were bailing on pork 5 in a row,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And maybe AJ could attest to this. Do you guys ever think that maybe that the rub you're using is going bad? Because I've seen some people's rubs in their trailers, and they got about this much rub left, and it's a fucking hockey puck, and they're smacking it on the table. How often do you guys changing out your rubs, even though you have some left? How long do you let that rub sit? Because I know some guys, they let their rub stay in that hot ass trailer till the next cook-off. I take all my stuff inside and I seal it all up. I put a rubber glove over the lid.
That's a good question, Tony. I now at least
I know.
he knows. He only asks good questions. To answer your question from my perspective, is this year I cooked enough to where my rubs weren't sitting too long.
Yeah, you were rolling. Yeah,
but yeah, I can see where that happens, because I remember when I was cooking once every 6 weeks or whatever, I would be that guy banging on my damn rubs, and that's a very good point that I never have thought about.
Yeah, I do that. I've been cooking so much, also, and I probably go through a lot of the rubs I use. I use them on several meats. So probably a week before a cook-off, I'm going to Brian's shop, Lone Star Barbecue Pro Shop. I'm picking up new rubs. So
nice. Shout out to
the injections go. What about the injections?
The injections
go the fastest, right?
Yeah. And usually by a lot of injections, I use the same thing. Also, it's a lot of the same ingredients. Besides the other stuff that we add to them, but the actual injections, they're I go through them, so I might have a little hockey puck left, and I'll bang on that, for a little bit, but I'm still, I'm adding a lot more fresh than I would say maybe an inch that I've got left. I'm like, well, I'm going to use it,
Yeah.
So
is the hockey puck rub spicy? I bet it does kind of absorb more.
I bet most of the time the stuff just turns to straight salt.
Yeah.
Spices do go stale.
So Tony,
right?
What do you think about injections? What's the longest you should prep an injection? From powder to whatever you're using, mixing it.
No more than an hour before I shoot it.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I can't do that.
No, no more than an hour, because you remember all those phosphates, all that stuff starts to kick in when you mix it.
I was thinking days. Not
you guys start on freaking Wednesday prepping your shit. Fuck that.
Right. Well, I was thinking over a week that you start to see some changes. Anybody wants to answer that question in the comments? Injections, from powder in a bag or in a bottle to after you mix it with your broths or whatever you're mixing it with. What's a proper timeline, or what's maybe? Is it 3 days? Is it 2 days? Is it 1 day? Or is it go a week? You never know.
I mix an hour before. Guys, it's 5 minutes worth of work. Why are you mixing on a Wednesday?
Now I can drink more beer on Friday.
It's just 5 minutes. 5 minutes, you just double fist it. Like, seriously. You could see that injection changing its consistency from Wednesday to Friday. It's not the same.
Vince Colonetta, if injection has yeast, it'll spoil in 12 hours.
There you go. Vince knows all about yeast infections. So there you go. I want my cream back, by the way, if you're done with it.
Just don't use powders, Grady Speed says. Jared McCrory makes them on Thursday if he's cooking on a Saturday.
Yeah, I do my injections on Thursday.
Yeah, I do too.
I get to the cook-off, and Derek's always like, I don't have nothing ready. I'm like, dude, why didn't you get it ready? He said, well, I got a restaurant I'm running.
I love to have, ideally, I'd like to have them done Thursday. And not only my injections, anything like my wraps and stuff like that, I want them just completely done. So where all I have to worry about is the meats, and then, going on my timeline to see there.
No, wraps, I understand. Wraps, what do you got in the wrap? Au jus? That doesn't go bad, right?
No, and a lot of it is part of the cooking process. But, there's butter. Sometimes there's butter. There's some juices that they go in. There's some sauces. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but if you keep butter at the right temperature, it'll hold.
Some syrup. Wait, Juan says, wait, you're supposed to inject? You don't have to. You don't have to.
You don't have to put any moisture magic in your injection. No, you don't have to.
Daddy Dutch is saying, hey, chef. He's talking to AJ, I'd imagine, right there.
Well, let them have their own conversation on the side. We're good.
No, that's good. That's good.
So, AJ, are you trimming your own meats, or are you one of the guys that buys a pre-trimmed brisket? What are you doing? Are you buying everything raw? When I say raw, I mean straight out of the cryovac.
Yeah, so I buy my I've got a local sponsor here that they're a meat sponsor. It's called their Silver Creek out of Hondo, and they've got their meat market here in town. So I get my ribs from them. My pork, I get it from HEB or Sam's, and then my chicken I'll get from Walmart or Sam's, and then my brisket. It's the only thing that I don't trim is I get that from the meat hustler from Andy Dugo in San Antonio.
That's good. Your
So
Walmart chickens, god damn, those chickens got AIDS. You use those chickens?
Hold on,
Yeah.
he did say Sam's Club too.
Yeah, I said Sam's.
I get my chicken from Sam's. Which
Yeah.
Same thing. It's bigger store.
No. Which chickens are you buying at Sam's? And I'm gonna give y'all a little tip from me. I might have just is this it?
Don't tell me you still got an empty wrapper.
No, but I gotta showcase these guys. Hold on real quick. Real quick.
Was that a Sam's chicken for that buckle?
All of them.
What do you think you are, Robert Smith with Sam's chickens now?
Right there. Shout out to the Champions Barbecue. Look at that damn thing. That is pretty.
That looks like insider training. Fucking Peloton right there.
Oh,
that
shit.
insider.
I
See?
just killed it.
That's that fake ass bullshit right there.
It's split in half. No, I'm just kidding. It did not. But
Get
Sam's,
the other,
all this.
get the other half of that buckle next year so it holds together.
I don't know what just happened to my screen, but
Yeah, you broke that.
No, but thank you, Sergio. Congratulations, this guy too. Hey, he wasn't able to be there at the banquet, but we missed you, buddy. We were there. Congratulations on your year. Had a hell of a year. He finished third overall, and I know he was top. I don't know. I think he got 3 buckles. So congratulations. Great job as well. But hey, Sam's Club chicken, there's the 2-pack. It's Forester Farms. That's my tip of the day to you guys. That is some damn good chicken. You open it up, it is white. It's not yellow. It's not been soaking in some solution or nothing like that. It is a legit organic white ass chicken, blank canvas type chicken. It's great. Now you can get some big boys, because I always turn in a big ass chicken. I had a hard time fitting that thing in the box this past weekend. But that you can't hear me?
I can hear you.
I hear you.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Renee says can't hear you.
Well, Renee needs to turn off the porn and switch over, because I hear you just fine.
Okay, good. Because I did drop that buckle on it.
There was a little static, but it's fine. So, hey, are those chickens air chilled or frozen?
They're air chilled.
That's a big difference.
Yep. Yeah,
right?
and so they come in a green and yellow bag, and they're Forester Farms, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 2-pack. I always look for the 9-pound variety. That means 4.5 pounds. But it pretty much means you're getting a 6.5 pound bird, and you're getting a 3, because those things, one is always bigger than the other. I call it my berry chicken. I think I've sent you a picture.
2-pack. Does it shoot back?
Hey.
That's kind of like buying Prairie Fresh ribs, the 3-pack of Prairie Fresh. The one on top looks great.
Always.
And then you got that fucking boner in the middle that pig looks like got hit by a truck before they slaughtered it.
Always.
The ribs go like this. And that's your taster rib, because it's got like this S curve. You know, like those Italian S cookies that Kelly Curtis eats? They're like that, right? Bullshit.
All right, so let's get back on track with AJ Garza. So AJ, I've seen you at a few CBAs. Is this something you're going after, CBA points or IBCA? And have you cooked an IBCA event? And kind of talk about the differences that you might have seen.
Yeah, so that first cook-off I cooked off was IBCA. We got the 8th place brisket. And 2021, we cooked both. Or, well, I want to say both. We cooked IBCA and Lone Star.
Yep.
Cooked majority of the year was Lone Star because it was close by, and Lone Star, it seemed like at the time they didn't care about COVID. They're like, hey, we're gonna cook, and if you want to come, you come out.
Shout out to Lone Star. They were the only.
They didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. They were giving Valley Verga. They didn't care.
Yep.
They were. Yeah. I mean, hey, let's give them proper dues. They still did their thing, and I appreciate them doing that, because I didn't cook one of those, but I know a lot of people were if you wanted to cook and get out there and risk it for the brisket, Lone Star was your sanctioned body. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
So AJ, you cooked at CBA. So would you cook KCBS?
I would if somebody makes my box, because I don't know how to make that box.
It's easy. That's practice. It's easy. Just get you a case of kale, and it's easy, really.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you're watching enough YouTube videos and you figure anything out, everything's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Everything's there, but it's just time and practice, and you get it down. And there's a couple KCBS. You know, you're adding salad to the box. It's no biggie, and that you could prep a day before, not your fucking injections. Do the boxes a day before.
Well, then I usually do shit opposite, so I'm probably gonna do it the day of.
I'll come prep your boxes. I'll tell you what. I'll come do your KCBS boxes.
All right, go back to what you were saying about the different sanctioning bodies.
Yeah, so Lone Star, I love Lone Star. I mean, the cook-offs at Lone Star weren't very, there wasn't a lot of teams there. It was usually 30, average of 30 teams. Some cook-offs I went to, they barely had enough teams there to sanction, for it to be a sanctioning cook-off. But so I cooked that. I've cooked IBCA. I cooked the last IBCA cook-off I did was Q for the Blue in San Antonio, Selma, and that was probably one of the best IBCA cook-offs I've ever been to. I don't know if y'all know Sean Hay, but man, he's funny. He's a character, and he put on a great. Sean Hay.
Okay.
And that's Sean Hayes. He GC'd not too long ago.
Yeah, I don't know where he GC'd at.
It was a cook-off, I'll tell you that. But yeah, Sean Hayes is a good guy.
Yeah, but he's a good guy. He's funny. So that was the last cook-off I did. I can see where CBA, kind of in between the point systems, at cook-offs, CBA I think exceeds, past IBCA. I know there's talk, between CBA, IBCA. I really don't want to get into that, but IBCA, I mean, they've got great cooks also. I mean, they got I guess they're trying. They need to work at their point system. Their system better. For me to go back, I would say that. I don't want to get into that discussion here. That debate.
Yeah, no. We're not here for that. We're just
and
don't start shit. Don't start.
So I take it you're gonna, when you said Jason points, you're going CBA points.
Yeah,
is that what you're looking for?
Yep.
Very nice. So what'd you think of the? I know you weren't in the banquet, but what'd you think of that event CBA had this past weekend?
I wish I would have stayed. I even had tickets.
I wish you would have too.
I know. I wish I would have stayed. My wife wanted to come back, and I guess at the halfway through, right before brisket, it was that decision was like, well, do you want to go back or we're going to stay? And it was kind of, well, let's go back, So I had already made the decision. My wife's like, well, we're going back. We talked about getting a hotel, and we stayed there the night before. We stayed at the casino, and I knew if I went back again to the casino, I was probably going to waste all the money I won that weekend anyway. So
and get divorced in the same night.
Yeah, I'd probably get divorced too. Yeah, I'd probably still be in Eagle Pass.
Hey, so talk about last weekend. You did, like we mentioned, you got a couple calls on there, but that win, how did that affect your cook? I know.
I mean, that's part of it.
I saw your setup, and Derek was kind of right there. Did he block? Yeah. Did his trailer, was it able to block anything, or were y'all getting hit pretty hard too? I think you were. Yeah. So
he got there before me. I said, hey, we should position our barbecue pits a certain way, that way the wind doesn't affect us. He said, yeah. I got it down. He's out. I'm gonna put my position or my trailer this way. You're gonna park yours on this side. I said, okay, cool. So I get there, we do what he says. So Saturday I turned in chicken. Chicken was at 12. And well, first off, let me back up. I come back to the camp, right? Or our spot, and Derek's canopy flew over my truck and trailer, and it's on the other side, upside down. So I'm like, holy. So, before I get my fire started, we're over there trying to, get his canopy, trying to save what's left of it. So I get my fire started, my fire's it's burning good, from 4 o'clock all the way up till 12 o'clock. It's, we're golden. I'm like, man, how is this doing it? Which I know my pit, and I was like, man, it's going to do it, no matter what temperature. Right. So I have faith in my pit. Right.
Right.
Well, my pit let me down today, or this week, this past weekend. I go turn in chicken. I come back and I can't get it over 200 degrees. And I'm stoking it. I'm trying my hardest to get it up. There I am, opening the lid, trying to get that fire lit again. It lights, close the lid, and then it dies out. So I'm doing that for probably an hour and a half after chicken turning, which is at 12, and brisket's got to be turning at 3. So I'm telling Derek, like, man, I got to do something. My brisket's not going to be ready. So he's like, well, I got an extra pan. He's like, I help you out. He's like, I got an extra pan. So I take my brisket off the pit and throw it in his pan. I throw it on my drum, and I let it finish off on that drum. And usually, by 12 o'clock, like I said, my brisket should have been done. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, so about 12 o'clock. Yeah, so it should have been done, but it hit that stall, and usually it'll just go right through that stall in my pit. But this, on this past weekend, it stayed in that stall. It wouldn't pass. And Derek's like, well, maybe your thermometer's messed up. I said, and I've tried it with like 2 different thermometers. It's at the same temperature. It's like at 168, and I just couldn't get past it. So he helps me out. We throw the brisket on the drum, and I finished. My brisket wasn't done till 2:05. I rested it for about 10 minutes. Get it back out to do my finishing step, and I was like,
"That's called a restaurant rest right there."
Yeah. So Derek's like, "What do you think about your brisket?" I said, "Man, I'm not gonna get a call on it." So whenever we got that second place call on brisket, I was like, "Oh, they're calling us." But
well, you just kind of proved the point from we did that brisket roundtable towards the end of December with Paul Whitaker and Aaron Leslie, and I remember asking them, okay, we went through that whole process from injection or selection, injection, rubs, time, cook, temperature, all that, and then I remember asking them about rest. All right, let's get to rest. And I said, how long do you like to rest? And Aaron said, Paul, you want to take that? And he said, yeah. And Paul said, we don't rest. They don't rest their brisket. And you just said you didn't get a chance to rest your brisket, and here you hit second out there. So there's something to that. Grady had a hard time out there. Same here. Had a hell of a day. Grady had a couple calls out there as well. Speed resting. So, so there's a thing. They go from pit to box. That's what happened. So that you kind of went on the Aaron Leslie, Paul Whitaker rest period, which is none. So they say, were you cooking a Wagyu? Was it a prime? What was it?
It was a prime. I was cooking a prime.
I was cooking a prime.
This weekend, yeah. And what was his name, Derek?
John Barr.
Yeah, John Barr, and he came across, and he
JB's in the comments right now.
Yeah, and he helped me out. He saw. I don't know if he saw me struggling or maybe he was just coming by to hang out, and then he's like, "Hey, you needed some help?" And I told him, I said, "Man, I can't get my pit over 200." So we cut a full pan, put that on my stack, and no later than 2 minutes later, my fire just lights up, and there we go. And I was like, "Oh, there we go." I wish I would have done this 2 hours ago.
I thought you said you knew your pit.
Yeah, but my pit's never done that. I've never cooked my pit in 45-mile-an-hour winds.
I was gonna say we had 50, 60 mile an hour gusts. It was
like I was watching it, and like some of you guys, you haven't been blown like that since grade school. It was tough.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that we were actually on a hill until I was leaving on Sunday. I was looking down, and hey, look, there's the event center, and I literally look up.
Yeah.
So that thing was on a hill. Not only it was just the wind was just pounding us. It was definitely something to see, and people that got to walk had to deal with the winds and Judge Number 5 and all of it.
Yep.
So it was definitely a good weekend though. All right, so AJ, we're gonna follow you, man. I think this is gonna be fun. We're gonna check in with you, like I mentioned, every third month or so, just to see kind of where you're at. Maybe, like I mentioned earlier, maybe if you learn anything or how it's going, and maybe some contests. I know there was a contest out here Somebody asked a question: what contest are you looking forward to? But before you answer that, I just want to kind of reiterate. Yeah, I think this is gonna be cool. I do want to follow another team out there, and I remember saying that. Yeah, it was somebody. Who was I talking to? I was like, yeah, I've been checking AJ out. He goes, really? Have you been checking him out? I was like, no, I've been keeping my eye on. I've been keeping my eye on him. And it was like, yeah, I bet you have. I was like, oh my god, there's no proper way to say other than we're excited to follow you. We're excited to kind of keep tabs on you and see where 2022 happens. See how it winds up for you, because I hope, and I really hope and expect to see your name at that Champions of Barbecue event, since you're only going to be cooking CBAs, or chasing CBA points. But I expect to see your name at that event next year in Eagle Pass, because that's going to be cool to see. And your partner over there, Derek, I know he's with you. We may check in with him here in a minute, but I'm excited to see your progress. I'm excited to see your successes and your failures. So that's something we'll talk about this whole year. What do you think about that, Bob?
Oh man, I love it, man.
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure. Yeah. Well, I told Tom Walk the other day when he came by the camp. He said, "Man, I'm thinking about following you." I said, "Man," I was like, "That's awesome," you know. So I told my wife, I said, "Man, we better get a call this week." And I said, because if he's thinking about following us, I said, "We ain't getting a call over here." I said, "We ain't gonna be following us anymore." But I mean, it's gonna happen. You know, it's gonna happen. You go to some of these cooks, you know, and you don't get a call at all. I mean, I've learned that.
That's okay though,
and that's okay. You know, you go home. You know, well, I like to come home. Well, I say I like to come home and try and practice, and I never practice. Like the next cook-off was when I practice, and I'll try. You know, if it works, well, then I'll keep a note of it now. But I'm really hoping, you know, like you said, Rob, next year, you know, in Eagle Pass, you know, I'm hoping at least get, you know, I would love to get a buckle. You know,
not that busted ass one like Rob's. You want a real buckle.
Yeah, I want a real buckle. That one's already broke.
Bro, it's not broke, and I can tell you, this is a real ass buckle, and it's badass. Get you some of that.
There you go. So
no, I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited to see, and I totally expect and hope for you guys to
I see Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine's on. I'll give them a shout out too. I mean, they helped me out. So he actually works at one of the schools here in Medina County. He works at the lighter school, and when I first started, I actually watched his video to build my drone. To be honest with you,
very good.
He's
got a video on YouTube.
Shout out to those YouTube guys, man.
So I got a question. Do you strain your injections?
No. It depends. I've got the only injection I'll strain is my chicken injection. Yeah.
Can you tell us whose injection you're using, or is it your own?
It's one of Arnie's.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm just asking. I'm just trying to see what he's using. That's all.
Is this your wife here?
Yeah, that's my wife.
All right. You wouldn't stop talking about what you said, Rob. Yeah. So whenever I mentioned that at the beginning of the year, I had a couple people in mind. You were one of them, and Reggie is another one with Reggie Q. You know those guys as well?
I know Reggie Q. I mean, Vincent, he's on. I see him.
Yeah.
The first time I met Vincent was Vincent. Nah, I call him at the beginning. I used to call him Reggie Q because I didn't know his name.
Right. There he is.
Man, him and his wife, they're great people. The first time I met him was in Bandera. We're cooking out there, and I think we walked in all three categories. It was a Lone Star cook, and then Vincent comes across and takes. I don't know if he got Grand Champion or Reserve, and I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" I was like, "Where do you come from?" But we started cooking some more, and we ran across Vincent at some of these cook-offs, and man, him and his wife, they're amazing people. We go to cook-offs, and we ran into each other, and we're like, "Hey, what's going on?" We'll bounce stuff off each other also, and they're a great team. I would say they're probably I think they got started about the same time we probably did.
I think so as well, and that's another team that I had my eye on. that we want to definitely reach out. So Vincent, I asked him for a friend request earlier today. We'll see if he wants to accept me and be. Can we be Facebook friends? And then we'll get you on this deal. But also, that's 2 chasing CBA, I think, because I've only seen him at CBA events. So we'll see. I wouldn't mind getting a IBCA up and comer.
And I was fixing to say, I think he's chasing points in IBCA this year.
Okay, even better. That'd be
I think I want to say he just got 6 overall in Robstown.
All right, he's in. Let's do it. 30 scheduled.
There you go.
30 scheduled this year.
AJ, who are you talking to?
We're gonna bring him on. Let's bring him on here in a minute. But let's wrap this up real quick with AJ. Thanks again for agreeing to do this. Much continued success. You're doing well. You're kicking ass. You're well on your way. I promise you. You really are. You've had some good tutelage. You got some good people in your corner, like Derek, and myself. We're now in your corner. If you need anything from me, be sure to hit me up, send me a message, and we'll definitely help you out. Any way is it weird?
It's called shigging. Just don't be ashamed to shig. That's what it is.
All right.
Shigging.
Can y'all hear that thumping, whatever it is?
I don't hear shit. I hear shigging. You want him to shig you. That's
as long as we can't hear that young lady tied in the back down, hog tied in your basement, then I think we're good. Because then I'd have some law enforcement issues I'd have to answer.
We're good because I got me a strainer and I'll quiet them real fast.
Jason, sponsors. It could start with some rawhide. Wesley, that comment might have won. You never know. You never know, Wesley. Reed, are we still 7,000 or less in YouTube? We're 51,000 over here. All right, so let's wrap that up with you, AJ. But let's get your partner on real quick. We'll go on a little longer. We're an hour and 16 minutes. Maybe we'll go 2. Maybe we'll go an hour and a half. If you guys in the comments want us to keep going, we'll keep going. Let us know, guys. We'll talk. We'll talk some more barbecue. But let's get these guys up on screen right here. This is Derek. Say your last name for me.
Derek Bernal.
That's what.
Oh my God, he looks like Brian Fox, for crying out loud.
I'm the other neighbor.
9K. Thank you, Wes. All right, so this is Derek Bernal with Heavy's Barbecue. Another, I would say, so I was thinking about it. I was like, nah, Derek's a little more seasoned. He's got a restaurant. He's been doing this a little longer. But tell me about your story, Derek. How long? When did you start doing this competition thing? You and I talked a little bit last weekend, but when did you start?
I think,
he started towards the end of 2019. How about you?
Yeah. I think it's probably about the same time, but I started hitting hard. AJ and we started just cooking together. Like, I think we did a cook-off in Divine, a small cook-off, and I think there's like probably 35, 40 teams. I took a first place rib call. He took the first place chicken call. And then we just started just following each other around and cooking, and then became good buddies and talk and cook. And I live half a mile down the road, so we drink beer and hang out.
That's awesome. You guys are in Hondo, Texas.
Yeah, Hondo.
I forgot to ask how you got your team name, AJ, but I have an idea.
Yeah, because you're not heavy. So what is it?
The sign says you're in God's country. Don't drive through.
No, so check this out. So when I was saying about my first cook-off.
Yeah.
So my team name used to be Sancho's Barbecue.
DJ Sancho. All right.
Look, I had this. I had this made for the cook-off. So I get that call, right? And my wife, she's back there in the back. I get the 8-place call. So I'm walking up there, and she's like, "Man, there's people that are laughing. There's people over here, like these white ladies are like looking at their husband that are Hispanic, and what did he say? Why is everybody laughing?" And they're like, "Well, I guess they tell her, hey, this is what it means." And then, they start laughing. So I got everybody laughing, right? So then shortly after that, I had people starting asking me for catering jobs. So I was like, well, I guess I can't have Sancho's. meat, you know.
Sancho Catering. You show up when your husband's not
like,
around.
Who cooked the meat? Oh, Sancho's meat did. So I was like, I got to change it to something. So God's Country Barbecue. I work law enforcement. So that, and then Hondo, you know, is known for God's Country. We've got the sign in the middle of the town.
Yep.
So God's Country Barbecue. That's how it came about.
Barbacoa Bamba says, "Don't feel bad, AJ. Our first team name was Grills Gone Wild."
Oh, that's so original.
Don't ask me about my
Sancho, we sell more than sausage.
Yeah, there we go. Don't ask me about my fantasy football. Some of your TDs.
Katie says, "Thank you for your service." Thank you very much, Candy. Appreciate that. All right, so Derek, so you've been doing well as well, quite a bit. We said your name on the show quite a bit here recently. Talk about your little barbecue journey up to now. I say little, don't say little, but you started at the same time he did. But you've had some pretty immediate kind of success that I saw.
Yeah, we actually started getting like consistent calls after we took Phil's class. We took Phil's class together. You were there, Rob. I think that was in July. In August, we drove to Red River, New Mexico to cook a music festival up there. It was a Lone Star event. We drove up there. There's like 35, 40 teams. We ended up RGC in it. So I think Phil's class helped us out a lot. Just little things you don't think of. So we ran his class. We actually did really, like I said, we did well. And then after that, we just started doing, one cook-off a month, and we started consistently getting calls. Went to Trader's Village, did that big cook-off there. We got a second-place rib call, seventh-place pork call, I think it was.
That was huge.
And then Briscoe, I think we got a couple calls. We ended up with fifth overall. And then this past weekend, we got a first-place chicken call, a seventh-place pork call. So we got a first place chicken. It was a good day.
Got some added money as well.
Yeah, added money.
Nice.
Yeah.
Michael Walker's got a question. I know it's going to be maybe different for all four of us, but what temperature you use for your chicken? I guess let's talk about maybe what are we cooking our chicken at, and what
cook or finish. Give me both.
What are you pulling it at?
I'm putting the chicken on the grill and it's 350. And I'm pulling it when that thigh is reading right at 170. I'm
holy fuck, that's raw.
I knew Tony was gonna say that. AJ, how about you, bro?
Yeah. So I'll throw my chicken on the drum at it's at 325, and then I'll wait till that. So I probe it at the leg also, and when it's at 165, and then once it's at 165, well then I'll sauce. So then I'll leave it on there until it's time to turn in. So,
sorry, real quick. For a 12 o'clock turn in, what time are you putting yours on, Derek?
I'm putting mine on about 10:30. And then 11:30, I'm saucing. 11:50, I'm pulling off, and I'm putting in the box.
And what temperature is it when you pull it off?
The chicken?
No, your ass. Chicken.
170.
170? Jesus Christ. That's raw.
Tony,
I don't know where mine's at.
Tony, how about you, bro? What are you doing?
209 in the thigh.
Hey, I'll say this. I went to a cook-off. It was in Moore, which I see, and I'm glad about this one. So CBA is actually sanctioning this cook-off. It's in Moore, Texas. Rob, hopefully you can make it out here. Okay. But
Rob ain't going.
So this past year,
traveling all over, bro.
Yeah. So this past year,
he's worldwide now.
It was an IBCA event, right?
Yeah,
so this guy next to me, he's like, "What do you take your chicken off at?" So I told him, like you asked right now, and he said, "I'm taking mine off at 210." I was like, "What the hell?" So he ended up getting like a 4th or 5th place called chicken. I was like, well, "Shit, maybe I need to leave mine on a lot longer."
Yeah, this man right here won one of the biggest, baddest contests in the state right here back in 18 with a 200-degree in the thigh. So it's probably 180 in the breast, 190. What do you think?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, it was 200, 209 in the thigh. I average around 200. I use brisket temps in my chicken.
Emotional damage.
Emotional.
So everything's got to be.
So when you cook that hot, all right, here's the theory. When you're pulling off 165, 170, that bone is still pink, and these stupid judges will think it's raw, and they'll dick you down on the scoring.
Right.
Right? You cook it that hot, there's no pink in the bone. They won't freak out. But I always steam the chicken afterwards to keep it moist. Right? And I've
Steam
always...
it. What do you mean steam it? What are you doing?
I put it in the pan with apple juice and butter, and I cover it and stick it in the Cambro and let it steam up.
So when you're done, you just let it steam up. Will that
What do you say?
rubberize your skin?
No, 'cause I got so much shit injected in there that it's fine.
At that
What do
point,
you
don't- at
inject
that
your
point,
season with?
He doesn't have any
What's
more
that?
skin.
I said, what do you inject your season with?
What do I inject the chicken with or the seasoning?
What do you both?
I inject. Okay, so I brine my chickens, and then when I mix the injection, instead of using water, I use some of the brine to mix with the injection. So I'm adding all the flavor back in there. Then, when I pull it off, you cut a little bit, cut underneath the breast, see if it's dry or not, and then I'll just inject the apple juice and butter that's in the pan back into the chicken.
Sergio been watching the show. I know he has. I started using Tony's method. I have second and third chicken since.
See, I'm telling you, $5 for every walk, cocksucker. You owe me money.
Do you serve it with poutine, Tony?
No, I serve it with these nuts. It's served with poutine.
Chris Main talking. I appreciate you watching, Chris. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, so I do a 300-degree chicken on a drum, and I start at 2 hours prior. So mine goes on at 10 o'clock. And I'm one of the few that probe the breast, but I go right under the wing, and it drains off the side, and then I'll hit it again. But I'm pulling that thing at 163 in the breast.
Still laying eggs at that temperature. I'm serious. A good vet could bring it back to life. I swear to God.
Do I need to show this again or what?
Careful, because it's gonna fall out of the box again.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what I'm doing with my chicken. I know this wasn't a chicken round table, but hey, let's turn it into one.
But
Well,
the number one thing is I preheat my Cambros. You guys preheat the Cambros, or you just throw the meat in the pan in the Cambro?
throw them in there.
I mean,
So you don't preheat your Cambro. Like I put a pan of hot water in the Cambro, get that Cambro up at temp. Because if you just put in, your brisket, pork, ribs, whatever, you put it in the Cambro naked, that Cambro's cold. It's going to bring down your temp. It's going to shock you.
I forgot I had a pan of ice in my Cambro, and I took it out like 5 minutes before I put my brisket in there.
That's those fucking nose-picking judges. Oh, this is the best shit ever. He needs to cater my daughter's wedding. Call him. That's what that shit is.
I'm going to try and find that turn and burn chicken. You sent me a picture. I had it at one point. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Oh yeah, that thing was burned like the Exxon Valdez. It was on fire. It was fucked up. It had so many bald spots on it. I swear, I needed another chicken to graft the skin. It was burned, but again, I've said this before. Kevin Miller says it the best. Does it look like barbecue? Does it taste like barbecue? Smell like barbecue? And how do we grow up? We grew up with our dads fucking up the chicken on a charcoal pit, right? Burned to a crisp. You couldn't tell if it was chicken or the Kingsford charcoal sitting on that grill, right? And that's what walked. Ugly chickens were winning for a long time.
Chris Main, ugly chicken wins.
And trust me, Chris Main's chickens are fucking ugly. They're fugly. They're so ugly. They're fucking ugly. God bless.
Bird chicken. Tom Fuentes with the comment of the day. He's going hard. He's going hard after this rawhide right now. I'm about to highlight it.
Oh my God, that's fucked up. That'll get you banned on Facebook. God bless.
That'll get you banned on Facebook. Real quick, it's an hour and a half in. We're going to take a quick sponsor break, and we'll be right back.
Pay the bills. Let's go.
Shout out to our great sponsors, Rack Tech, Cosmos Q Products, Texas Pepper Jelly, Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, LC Barbecue, Rick's RV Rentals and Repairs, Eureka Heights Brew Company, Chicken Fried Barbecue Grind, Jay Harding and Company, Texas Oil Dust, Bullprint Wraps and Graphics, and the Barbecue Store in Hempstead. Thank you for supporting the Smokin Gooder Show. Yes, thank you for supporting the Smokin Gooder Show. We're gonna go ahead, guys. We're gonna take a quick, not a break, but I'm gonna let y'all stick around while I do the bull printing wraps and graphics wrap up recap, and also we're gonna do the Briscoe Ranch cook-off at the Crossroads upcoming events segment. So y'all stick around. Y'all can chime in whenever you want. But for now,
Barbecue welfare.
Is that what? Maybe. But we're going to update this. The Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. It's the 15th annual. It's going to be December 9th and 10th, 2022 at the Uvalde County Fairplex. I know you guys were both there, AJ and Derek. What a great event. You want to talk about that real quick while we're talking about the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads?
Yeah, it was a good event. It's funny. I think it was Trader's Village. AJ just didn't happen to get a call, and he was getting kind of down. And he was like, "Man, if we don't get a fucking call, we're not gonna cook anymore. I'm selling all my shit, blah blah blah." So we get the Briscoe, and I'm sitting there talking to my wife. I'm like, "God damn, I hope AJ gets a call this weekend." Like, and it's a big cook-off to like put that much pressure on yourself.
That is one you don't put that much. You do not.
That's a huge cook-off.
I think I got.
And the weather sucks too.
Yeah, I think I got that like a 13th place chicken call. Did you get chicken call? No, he didn't get chicken call. So we walked through chicken, and I'm like, God damn, come on, AJ. So he got a rib call. I was like, hell yeah, he got a rib call.
Yeah.
He can at least follow me, keep cooking with me, you know? God damn. And then he got a brisket call too. So I think after that, it built up his confidence, and then came to Eagle Pass, and he kicked ass. So I think Briscoe was good for both of us.
Briscoe was great. No, it was a great venue. Great. The grounds were awesome. They had that cook-off was $26,000. I think they had added money as well. So I think it wound up being like $28K all said and done.
Yeah.
Plus the cornhole tournament. So you guys definitely, you guys need to put that on the calendar if you aren't already doing so. That again is going to be December 9th and 10th, 2022. So we'll do the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads upcoming event segment here in just a moment. I just want to highlight that because I haven't yet updated that on the sponsor spot. All right, so
I'm letting you know now. I can't go to that one.
You can't go. You might be able. Hey, that's still 9 months away, Tony. You know?
I see. That's
11 months away.
I see Reggie Q in the comments, and so we go by their camp about 12. I don't know what it was, chicken or ribs, and I'm talking to Vincent. I said, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "Man, I didn't get no sleep." He said, "All night I was trying to hold down my canopy from flying away." He said, "On it." So.
Oh, your wife was ready. You're right. Your wife was ready to let go of this little hobby as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she had ads on Craigslist. She was ready to go.
Where's the loyalty?
All right, so now we're going to talk about the bull printing wraps and graphics wrap-up recap. There were two events that I'm going to highlight from this past weekend. It was an IBCA event. It is the 8th annual BCJ LHS Barbecue Cook-Off, which stands
Too many letters.
Pulling up the flyer right now. I know it's B County Expo Center, so it's B County benefiting livestock home. B County Junior Livestock Show High School. I don't know. Somewhere, if somebody knows what it was, let me know. But I'm going to give some results from that contest. 85 teams, big time cook-off. Good job, IBCA. Big time cook-off, 85 teams. The top chicken cook was Steve Shamlian from Team SAS. The top pork cook, pork spare ribs. Sorry, they don't do pork. They do pork ribs. Caleb Warden, kicking Cajun Smokehouse. Congratulations.
Hold on a sec. Caleb did a cook-off over 30 teams?
Yeah, 85, bro. And hit
out of his zip code?
And hit first place ribs.
God bless. Captain Sandbag does it again.
the top brisket cook, Jerry Cardenas from Loaded Smoke. Congratulations. In the top 10, we'll go the top 5 overall. No, we'll go 6 because there's a guy that supports our show. Bo Daniel, Totally Bodacious Barbecue. Congratulations. Jerry Cardenas in 5th place. Carlos Dominguez with Tactical Cookers in 4th place. Caleb Warden, big show in 3rd place out of 85 teams. Congratulations. Kickin' Cajun Smokehouse. Oscar Garcia Jr. from Sons of Smoke was the reserve grand champion. The grand champion was Oscar Garcia from OG3 Barbecue.
They sound like cousins.
Cousins.
They could be sons and husbands, sons and fathers.
Couple of Sanchos cooking together. That's what it is. I'm telling you.
Oscar Garcia Jr., congratulations. RGC. Oscar Garcia, congratulations. GC. All right, so we're gonna move along to the Champions of Barbecue Cook-Off in Eagle Pass, Texas. There were 58 teams in attendance. The top chicken cook of the evening was this man right here. Wait, hold on. Sorry.
You circle him?
No, I got him.
All right, point him.
It's a different setup. Heavy's Barbecue, Derek Burnell. Congratulations, Derek. There he is. Let's
Thank you.
Let's highlight him right there. Congratulations. Top chicken cook of the weekend. The top rib cook of the weekend was Los Buzzers, EJ De Leon. Congratulations. The top pork cook wasn't me. I was 0.42 points away. Cast Iron Cookers. Yeah, I think he was in the comments as well. I wish I knew his name. You know his name? Cast Iron Cook? Malcolm Kitchen, right?
Malcolm Kitchen.
All right, there he goes. Malcolm Kitchens from Cast Iron Cookers. Congratulations. He was the top pork cook of the weekend. And Grady Speed, he's in the comments as well. Congratulations. Grade A Barbecue was the top brisket cook of the weekend. We're going to go top 5 overall. We'll go top 6. We'll go top 6.
Top 6. Nah, fuck that. Top 5 or nothing.
I mean, should I go top 9?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Should I go top 10?
If you're not first, you're last. Never
Top
mind.
10 was Cast
top
Iron
12.
Cookers.
It's top 12, Rob.
Yeah, here we go. Kiss Your Sister Award. Not hold him and hit him.
Top 12.
No, we'll go top 6. Heavy's Barbecue, top 6. Top 5, JB Barton's Barbecue. Top 4, Grady Speed, Grade A Barbecue. 3rd place was Cliff Archer from Hooked Barbecue. The RGC was Hector Villanueva from Killer V's Barbecue. And the grand champ.
Say his name right. Villanueva, man.
Villanueva.
It's so white. There's so much rice on it. Villanueva. Let's go.
Thank you, Canadian. Appreciate that.
That's right.
And the number 1 GC was EJ De Leon from Los Buzzards. Congratulations, guys. Yeah. Hell of a weekend. All right, so we're going to do now we're going to go to the upcoming event segment. Are you yawning? What was that?
No, burp.
No,
he was checking his breath.
That was a burp.
Checking my breath.
Whoop. Yep, swoop. Dead ass last brisket was smoking onions. Fuck you, Judge. Number 5.
Was that Kevin Wise up there?
OG3 is kicking ass. All right, so let me get back to these upcoming events.
Oscar always does good. He's a sniper.
He does. Champions of Barbecue. El Campo, Texas is going to be the Champions Barbecue Alliance Knights of Columbus cook-off in El Campo. That's coming up this weekend. And the Willacy, Tony? Was it Willacy? Willacy County Livestock Show in Raymondville, Texas. Those are both coming up next weekend. You guys.
That's Willacy.
No, it's not.
Willacy.
Willis.
Thank you.
No, Willis is Willis.
It could be Tanache. It don't have an E on the end.
Hey man, don't start fucking around. It's Willacy, okay?
Willacy.
All right, so that's coming up this weekend. It's in Raymondville, Texas. You guys can sign up at cbabbq.org if you want to get involved in that. Or was it .com? Yeah, no, cbabbq.com. And then the IBCA has an event as well this coming up weekend. Let me get to it real quick.
What are you eating?
So, have you ever put orange slices in your wine?
No, I don't.
You
drink
should. Well, whatever. Anyways,
All right, we're gonna
You
give
put,
this
like,
some. Hold on, real quick, Tony.
peach slice or orange. Okay, go ahead. Fuck.
We're gonna give
Come
it.
on, go ahead.
Willisy, thank you, Sergio.
Wallachi,
I
goddammit.
said it right. I said it right. We're gonna do a proper go into the IBCA, the Hold 'em and Hit 'em contest. This is something that we've all done. Tony, you and I have done this anyway. This coming up this next weekend. It's gonna be in New Caney, Texas, 21657 McCleskey Road. You guys can get in, check it out at. I think there is room. Somebody tell me if there's not, but go to ibcabbq.org.
Now, that cook-off I'm going to because they don't let you out Saturday nights. They let you out on Sundays, so I'm going to that one.
Okay, you cannot leave Saturday night. You can definitely leave on Sunday, but it's a IBCA event. Hold 'em and hit 'em. It's coming up this next weekend, and then the following weekend, I'm actually doing an IBCA event. I'm going to be the San Antonio Rodeo in San Antonio,
Nice.
Texas. So that's
I'll be there, Rob. I'll be there, hanging out.
Will you?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out.
Awesome. Come over. I'll be hanging out with Team Carlo Casanova. We got a big group out there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Oh my God, he's gonna shake. It's hard shaking right there.
I'm going to shake.
Just all y'all gonna shake.
We're shaking on each other. We
Oh,
just
man,
bounce.
wow.
We bounce some shit.
San Antonio Rodeo is fun. It's a good cook-off. It's a lot of fun.
Italian Canadian. Yes, that's what he is right there.
Okay, all right, whatever. I got my green card. I'm good. AJ, I got a question.
Oh, what's up?
What does he got there?
Codigo.
You don't invite me? What the fuck?
Come by.
Anyways, so chasing points. You got your schedule laid out. What's the cook-off you want to do the most? What's the one that you just want to get under your belt? Win or lose? What's the big cook-off that you say, man, I got to cook that and I got to do something?
I'm gonna go with the Briscoe.
Briscoe County?
No, the Briscoe Ranch. What he showed.
Briscoe Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little fucked up. Okay, Briscoe Ranch.
That
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
That's it. That's the biggest cook-off you want to do. You don't want to do Humble Rodeo, San Antonio Rodeo, Houston. You want to do Briscoe.
No, I wanted to do San Antonio, but it's IBCA and I couldn't get in.
Oh, okay.
Because you know the way the rodeo's screwed up, and
No, it is. It is screwed
Oh.
up. So okay, again. So the most prestigious cook-off you want to do is what? San Antonio?
that's the one I want to do. Yeah, I would love to do that one.
So not the Royal, not Memphis, San Antonio.
Well, if you're making my boxes, I'll go to the Royal.
Well, I'll make your boxes. I have no problem doing that.
Roddy says it's just as prestigious as those.
Yeah,
Roddy doesn't get out of Texas much. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm telling you.
yeah.
Roddy killed it at the Royal. He's done.
He sure did. I know. I'm fucking with him.
Top
that,
man Tony. We don't
yeah,
expect
exactly.
anything other than you fucking with us.
That's
Show
right.
sucks. Show sucks.
No, the Royal. I mean, the Royal would be nice, man. I mean,
See, he gave
me
it
and
proper.
Billy. I see Billy in the comments. My teammate right there, Billy Ruff. We've talked about going to the Royal.
Billy's your teammate.
Yep, there he is.
Got some pretty dogs.
Yeah, San Antonio sold out in 30 minutes. Royal is fun. Houston Rodeo is fun. San Antonio Rodeo is fun. Don't expect to win, but just you go there to have a good time.
No, yeah, we've
And
talked about it. We talked about that last year. We say, hey, let's go.
Jackie, are you not going to the rodeo, Jackie? Entry
Jackie,
paid.
don't tell me that, Jackie, because I'll do it. Hey, text Derek, and we're gonna do it, Jackie.
Jackie, if you got a
If you got a spot, let me know.
Yeah, let them know.
If
Hit
you
them
got a
up
spot,
in
let me
the
know.
messenger.
I've always wanted to do the rodeo. That's on my bucket list for the cook-offs. That's one of the rodeo, and then the Royal. Like you said, my
Tony,
teammate.
have you done San Antonio rodeo, Tony?
I did San Antonio Rodeo once, twice. Well, you know what? I just lost my. I can't hear you.
Yeah, we lost your sound a little bit. It's muffled.
Hang on.
Muffled a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Hold on.
Wait,
Lost my damn whatever.
Jackie
Right.
said no. She's teasing
Bro,
you.
that's rude.
She's teasing you.
What? She said no.
She said no.
What
Oh, what the?
what? Listen, Jackie, man. What the hell?
She just threw it out there and
Yeah,
Biden said no.
that's why I stopped fishing. That's why I started cooking.
So Derek, you played a lot of softball, didn't you?
I did.
Talk about the differences in softball, that kind of run around that scene, and barbecue. Is it same, different? What do you think?
Well, the competitiveness is the same, but I'm not sore for 3 weeks after a cook-off.
Just hung over for a day.
Hung over for days. Nah, but I mean, it's the same thing as cook-offs. I mean, it's a bunch of grown men who think they still got it, and they're out there just drinking beer and trying to beat each other. That's about it.
It is kind of similar.
Yeah, it is.
I played a lot of softball too. I know I don't
Yeah.
look like it, but I did. Played a lot of softball, and it is similar as far as, hanging out in a parking lot, drinking beer, and then going and trying to do something.
Yeah.
It's just different venue, right? So it's fun.
Yeah.
So it kind of fulfills that need for softball. Are you still doing softball? What are you doing?
No. Wife gave me the option of cook-offs or softball.
That
So-
sucks.
And
We-
you chose
I chose-
cook-offs?
I chose cook-offs. I did. I got burned out. I played a lot of ball, so it's time to try something new.
There was a lot of balls.
What is Tony doing over there?
Man, my shit fucked up. I don't know what happened.
We hear you, it's just not as loud as you were. Which is
I don't know. Whatever. I can hear
probably-
you guys like kind
probably a
of.
good thing.
I'm just
It's all that
listening.
wine.
She said no to cooking it. Okay, so maybe she is offering
what?
something there.
No.
Maybe it's hard to see. Hard to say.
No.
All right, guys. So we got about 15 minutes left for this show. So anything you guys want to talk about or bring up that maybe I haven't already done? AJ, we'll start with you, bro.
Man, I don't know. Let me go to my notes because I had notes.
I like it. You brought notes.
Um,
James Powell, what's up? 360 Cookers. I appreciate you. He ran a great event in Needville, Texas. What's up, James? How are you doing? Roddy, we'll see Roddy along with Carlo Casanova, David Gonzalez, Fred Robles, Bill Purvis, myself. I know I'm forgetting people. I think Phil Breeden is part of this crew. We're going to be part of Devil's River Whiskey in San Antonio at the San Antonio Rodeo next weekend. If you guys are out there at the San Antonio Rodeo Cook-Off, come see us. We'll have a big old compound. I think our number, Roddy, tell me if I'm wrong, I think it's like 10-11 or something like that. 10-11 through 10-20 is our team name, our team numbers. Maybe it's 11-10 through 11-20, but somewhere around there. Championship Row. I don't know about that, bro, but we're definitely going to try and bring it home. That's going to be fun. Tom, we'll see you. What's up? There it is. There's Hector. Say his name, Tony.
Hector Villanueva. Right? That's it. Hector
Yes.
Villanueva. You gotta do the hand. Villanueva.
Villanueva. That's the Italian
I was
Villanueva.
about to say, but the Italian.
He had a great.
I give it a little flair.
I know
Don't
he had a
knock
great
me down.
barbecue.
Give it a little,
If you guys are ever at a contest with Hector, he does a great barbecue church. He had a great service and a great message on Sunday morning at 7:00. Hopefully, were y'all guys there? I don't know.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Yeah. We were there. It was cold.
The tacos are good though too.
That too. Yeah.
Yep.
It was cold and windy.
Yeah, it was.
Tom will be in Houston Championship Row. Okay.
What's the
All right.
Houston one? Is that RBCA?
So the winners from the American Royal, San Antonio Rodeo, Jack, they're all there on Championship Row. My son is actually on Championship Row because he won the inaugural HLSR Junior Championship, so he'll be on Championship Row as well. That'll be fun. Yeah, he's excited about that. Thanks, Bo. Good luck. See you there. All right, Bo. We'll see you there, bro. We'll see you guys there. Hector, blessings. Yes, thank you very much. I don't know where Tony went off to, but we'll get that. Derek, I'll ask you the same question, man. Anything you want to bring up or something we didn't talk about before we there he is. Top fan Tony's back.
No, just keep cooking. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna cook, and hopefully everything turns out good for us.
So what's the main thing you guys have learned in the last full 2 years of cooking? What's kind of the one thing that you maybe have taken to heart or sticks with you?
Oh, wait, I know the answer. I know the answer. Wait, I'll answer for AJ.
All right.
Tie down your fucking canopy so it doesn't blow away.
That wasn't my fucking canopy. That wasn't my canopy. That was his. That was his.
Put some bungees on that cocksucker so it doesn't blow away.
Tony, we're going to need a barbecue tour here in a minute of this fucking basement and make sure there are no women tied up.
I got one in the back laying on a pile of coal.
There's one falling through the roof right there, I see.
Dude, I've been using this stupid strainer to scare the fucking squirrel out of the goddamn HVAC vent because I'm going to hear this sucker all night long. I swear to God. Piece of shit house. Anyways, it's Atlanta. What do you expect?
Hot
Atlanta.
All right, so I'm sorry, Tony distracted me. Was there any one thing that stuck out over the last couple of years? Anything?
My pecker.
I mean,
For those that don't know, apparently we entered the after show, but we only have 10 minutes left of the after show.
Wow, we got more than 2 minutes or 10 minutes. 'Cause I know last time we had Paul on here for like.
I know, and Paul, that was Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah. Wait, it's Tequila Wednesday now.
Are we YouTube famous yet? Just saying.
Tequila
There
Wednesday.
yet? Wes still is in the comments. There's still 40 of you guys watching. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
They're not watching. They just left it on to make you feel good.
Tony, what do you say about that now? I remember Tony when we were starting this thing. He was like, you got 8 people. You got 13 people. This show sucks.
13 and 6 of those were my profiles. Remember that.
Possibly so. What do you think of this shirt here, Tony? Primate Cookers. I'm sporting the. Hold on. Let me.
Where is Jason? Jason is MIA.
5K on YouTube. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that.
That's in metric, which is like 3 in imperial.
So we're still at over. We're 38, bro. 38 right now, bro. We're still we're over 40,000. 2 hours in. And I'm proud.
Yeah. Balls. Okay.
And I know there's another show going on right now.
Apparently, there's an IBCA show going on, and they're discussing the point system.
Thank you.
Better than the after show. Thank you, Wes. I appreciate that. All right, so
I bet they ain't got none of this on the other show.
What is that? Again?
That's Sancho juice. That's what that is.
Código.
Código.
I said it right. Damn it.
Código.
You did okay. Código.
He said Código.
Código.
Because this is George Strait's beer. This is George Strait's tequila right here.
Hey, so Candy's in the comments. I know you guys are chasing points. She does a double header Memorial Day weekend here in Tomball, Texas, which is a great little town right outside of where I live. You guys should definitely put that on the calendar. Double points, double weekend.
That one is on the calendar, and then that one, the first week in October, the one for the boobies is called that double header.
Yeah,
we're doing that one too.
They do an amazing job. We have a great time. They have something called the bunker. So after the contest on Saturday, we all go to this bunker. And Derek, I know you're gonna love this. You're gonna show me up. I hope you do. We do karaoke night.
No.
Oh, you sang it over there? You sang?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, he does.
You sang after I left?
No, I didn't.
Unless Matthias Serrata shows up.
Sing. I haven't heard him yet, but I've heard.
No. You just said it right now. Did he sing when I left?
No. I haven't heard him sing yet, but I've heard good things.
No.
Who are you talking about? Eminem over here? He sings?
Eminem.
You sing?
Vanilla Ice.
Shit, let's go.
But you gotta bump you gotta get more audience votes than what I get though. Challenge accepted. Let's go.
Challenge accepted.
Can you sing?
No.
Yeah, you can.
That's what I thought.
I've heard him.
He can sing. AJ, you look like you could sing too.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I can tell right now with that beard, he could bust out Vicente Fernandez all day long.
I'm about to say that. I'll sing any Anything, I don't know, song you want.
Any panty dropper song, you're on it.
They don't call me the panty dropper for nothing.
Okay, sorry. That's from the Sancho Cookers. That's what that is.
That's where the Sancho's meat came from.
There were
Congratulations to your new single life. As soon as Bonita finds out, she's gonna kick your ass. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think she already found out. She said, "Oh no."
She's putting.
Go ahead, Tony.
She's gonna put the blanket on the couch right now. Like, she's like, here's where you're sleeping tonight.
What? Yeah. Yeah.
So they there was a lot of questions about your beard, AJ. How you keep that so glorious over there, bro?
Injections.
Oh shit! I didn't know we were doing a toast. I would have given you a toast too. Tony, what are you drinking over there, bro?
My dad's wine, his homemade wine, and it's 21%, and it's pretty fucked up.
21%.
Yeah, we tested it. It's 21%, and it's pretty fierce.
He's drinking Cody. He can sing.
There you go.
Sergio, you got to make that trip as well. Memorial Day weekend. Come check us out here in Tomball. Like I said, it's a double points. Not double points, but it's a double contest, right? So,
Wait, he's got a good question over here.
Who did? Oh,
He says, "So what?" There you go.
So what walk-up songs are y'all using for CBA?
So I'm using "God's Country" by Blake Shelton. But I wanted to use like a rap song. My wife's like, "No, you can't do that."
Why not?
That's what I said. Why not?
It's not because it's not God's country,
Exactly.
right?
She's like, "He's not professional."
Daddy Dutch got a question. Does Tony still live in his parents' basement?
No, I live in my own basement.
Well, he's drinking his dad's wine.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I smuggled it in from Canada.
Hey, can you ship some over here then?
Shit, it'll cost $20. It'll cost you. That's it for like that much.
Oh, never mind.
Derek, what's your walk-up song, bro?
I've been rolling with "Pump Up the Jam."
No, he changes it like every week.
Oh yeah, that was
like,
"Pump Up
no
the Jam."
Sunday.
That was the '90s jock jams when he.
Yeah,
was
take
walking.
no-
I could have swore it was 8 Mile from Eminem. I could have swore.
He changes the song like he changes his underwear. It's like one
Once
week
a-
is like this.
Once every couple months.
Once a week.
Yeah, once a week.
Gene Gal.
My walk-up song is "Broke" by Teddy Swims, and I love that song. It's a good song.
It's a good jam.
It's what?
It's a good jam. I like that song.
No, what song is it?
"Broke" by Teddy Swims. I'll play it for
Holy
you.
fuck, that's gay.
Well, I
It
wasn't
says-
going to say it.
It says, "I'm so used to being broke, but not no mo." When you get a call,
All
you
right.
get some money.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
I'll let
All
Tony
right.
hear it.
What would be your song, Tony?
Mine?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't competed in so long. Shit. I don't know.
They have a fucking song because he looks like Aaron Rodgers.
Who, me? I look like Nicolas Cage on crack. Get it right. Okay?
I was about
Get
to
it
say
right.
Aaron Rodgers on crack.
That on meth. Get it right. Bathtub meth. The
Okay.
tablets. I never had a walk-up song. I never.
But what would
I
your
don't
song
know.
be?
That's kind
There
of
would
funny.
be,
He does kind of look like Aaron Rodgers from that view.
From walk-up? Man, I don't know. No, you stumped me. I don't know. I don't have a song yet.
Hey, what are those guys from like South Park? Those Canadian little fucking dudes. That'd make-
No, it would be the Blame Canada song. That's what it'd be from South Park. Blame Canada. That'd be it. From South Park. Remember Blame Canada?
Yeah.
It's not a real country anyway. Remember that?
No. All right, Tony, you're gonna hear my walk-up song. You ready?
Yeah, all right, let's go. Let me hear it.
Here we go. If you can't hear it, let me know, but I think you should be able to hear it.
Nope, can't hear it.
I don't know why I'm putting my ear close to the phone because I have AirPods in, but yeah, I don't hear shit.
You can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No, but it
No.
sounds gay.
Why does the guy in the pickup truck look like Brian Fox?
Fox.
All right, I know why. Let me take this off. Y'all can't hear it?
Nope.
All right, hold on one moment. Remove.
Just play it on your phone.
No.
Why?
We have technology.
Yeah, I could tell. It works great.
Hey, I'm learning. I'm still learning.
Fucking day one.
You want a shot?
No, I'm good.
You good?
No, he's good.
You want another shot? All right, here we go.
No.
You ready?
Yeah, all right, go.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so used to being broke.
Not no more.
I'm buying all the things and
Oh my God, you could get married to a guy in San Francisco with that song right there.
we gon' toast
The not to temporary wealth.
Mama told me, baby, saving all of me, I probably won't.
All this money in my
Pocket gotta go. I'm so used to being broke.
Is that Phil Breeden in the back of the truck?
Is that the leprechaun?
Last week,
That looks like the leprechaun there.
That's Phil. He's got the same glasses and beard. God damn.
You all.
baby, my wallet looking bigger than my belly.
Now. Hold on.
Oh, what a shame. They slept on me. They coming back and now they crawling on their Ain't nothing
Rob, that song's terrible.
It's not terrible.
Yeah,
That
it's on
guy-
Derek's song. Derek's song is
That
better.
guy has seen more cock ends than weekends. I'm telling you right now. That guy's terrible.
buying all the things I never could have.
Hold on. I'm going to stop it after Thomas Rhett joins.
He's dressed like a goddamn barista at Starbucks for crying out loud. It's fucking terrible.
And he's still gonna get your name wrong.
Yeah.
Dropping out of college, said goodbye to that degree. Playing every college party from
Georgia to Tennessee. Picks up in the van.
Six string in my hand, sleeping in them
Oh, Rock can karaoke.
Screw it. We got one more minute of this.
No, one more minute. We're past it. We're like 2 minutes past.
Yeah, we're 3 minutes past.
I'm so used to being broke. Not no more. Buying all the things I never could have found.
Hey, you can press stop anytime now. Oh, I know what my song is. I remember now. I played it one time. It's
So used to being
All right, let's
broke.
go.
it's fucking it's called North Cack by Jay Yamakuza.
Why are you screaming?
I don't know,
What?
but anyways,
We're on.
it's North Cack by Jay Yamakuza. That's my song. If I ever cook a CBA event,
Oh, my God. Let me look this up. What's it called?
North
Humble.
Cack, humble.
That's what
Hold
I
on,
wanted.
let me stop. Norse Cat?
North, like the Great White North Cack, CACK, North Cack. By
Oh, you're talking about los norteños.
no, not Los Tigres del Norte. No.
North, right?
I
North?
thought you were talking
North.
about Los
Yeah, North Cack by G Yamakuza. It's a rap song,
It's a rap song.
kind of, sort of.
Like
Can you find it? Yeah, it's from Mexico. Yeah, okay.
I didn't pay. Oh, my God. We went from 30 to 6 people watching now.
What?
Of
Really?
course, because you started playing that stupid walking song.
Well, what do we got on YouTube?
Probably 0. I don't know.
-8.
All right, but we are going to play this last song, and then we'll wrap this show up.
No, you gotta play our songs.
Okay, we'll do that too.
We should, you should do his song for closeout.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do his song. We'll do his song
the-
for close out.
Yeah,
Snippet.
because the show's done. It's over.
Wait, this is it, right?
What? Whose? His or mine? Dead air. Dead air. Dead
You
air.
still got 5K on YouTube. What are you worried about?
Yeah, okay.
No, it's
0.5.
No, 5K. 11K.
Rob, what are you doing over there? He's fucking up. He's fucking up.
Could y'all hear that?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Y'all couldn't hear it?
No, I can't.
No.
Oh, thank God. It's terrible.
What? Balls. It's the best song ever.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
What song is it? Is this my song?
I'm the truth, man. Looking real
That's the song. That's it.
If I come out to an applause, if I'm talking to my crew, you heard a southern drawl, yo. I ain't talking to you, stop dropping the ball. I be rocking with y'all, I be off of the wall.
All right, that's your song.
Isn't that terrible? Good thing I never walk because you'll never hear that song.
Eric, this is the Jock Jams.
Click on it.
It says it expired.
Hey, who's whispering over there?
I don't know.
Life.
Oh yeah, the wife.
Wife.
The
It's
one-
time to go. It's time to go night night. She's
One
like, all
that's
right.
some shit.
This should be
He's like-
Derek's.
Who's that?
Not yours? No, that's not his. No.
Whose song is that?
No. That is yours.
Hold on. 1 second.
Not me.
No, that's not it, but that's a song. That's like Madagascar.
All right.
That
what
is
your-
yeah,
Derek,
like-
what is yours, Derek?
Pump up the jam.
I mean, that's kind of what it was.
That's what I said. It was just a remix.
No.
Yeah.
There you go.
That one?
Pump Up the Jam by CNC Music Factory. That's what it is.
Is this it right here?
Oh,
That's it. Yeah, it doesn't get whiter than that. That's the song right there. Yeah, this song is so white that gets you an automatic trump card. I swear to God.
the Trump card right there. The Trump card.
That's it.
Let's go, Brandon.
All right. For those that don't know, the after show has officially started. So appreciate you all, 11 of y'all watching right now.
Dance. This is dance.
That's it. That's the worst song ever recorded.
Yeah.
That's his song.
All right, here we go.
That song.
Yeah, you might as well just like play Stevie B while you're at it.
This is the most Trump song right here.
This is AJ's song. Hold on.
Oh, what the fuck? That's not it. That's an
No,
ad.
I got to wait. It's an ad.
Yeah. What? Why do your ads go by quick?
When I skip them, here we go.
There it is.
What is this, Bon Jovi?
No, that's Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton.
Just as gay, but okay.
Can y'all hear it still?
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah.
Right outside of this one church town, there's a gold dirt road to a whole lot of nothing. Got a deed to the land, but it ain't my ground. This is God's country.
Betray. I like that, actually.
Pray for
AJ, is this your song?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, but you see in the background.
I can't see the background.
Hey,
God's
Country.
I don't see the video. I see me and Rob. Oh, I see your banner. Yeah, okay.
Blake Shelton made this song for me.
Oh,
I wouldn't admit that. Please. No.
all right. That was good. I do like that one, though. I'll remove from that. Yeah, so that was fun, guys. Appreciate. Wait, is Derek still there?
Yeah, he's here. Well,
Oh, there.
There's Eminem. What up, 8 Mile? There he is.
All right. So before we let you guys go, any,
Derek said another 10 minutes. He's gonna give up his recipes.
No.
we'll let Derek speak first. Derek, any shout outs you want to give out to anybody before you
No.
want? Nope.
Donald Trump.
Shout out to the wife. She does it all. She makes it taste good. I just cook it. That's it.
Shout out to the wife. Hey, I followed her on TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Pervert.
Not for that. For entertainment. AJ, any shout outs you want to give before we let you get out of here?
Beard oil.
Beard oil, yeah, for sure. Brian Crawford for the beard oil, the beard comb. Phil, obviously Phil.
Another beard guy.
You're another beard guy, the leprechaun. Arnie
So
Tech,
do the curtains match the rug or no?
I haven't got that for you.
Oh,
Arnie Segovia, and I guess my wife and my mom.
you guess your wife? You're fucking getting divorced tonight, for crying out loud. You guess your wife.
Oh, and of course my teammate Billy Ruff.
There you go. We
All
can
right.
go live on TikTok. Maybe Wes. Maybe. After this, y'all stick around. If y'all want to drink a little bit, we'll go on YouTube exclusive
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
for an after
You're gonna
show.
get banned if I stay on.
I love it.
Why?
I love the
Oh.
band.
'Cause I'm gonna show my nuts again, like last time.
Wait,
For anybody hanging out, for all 5 of you on YouTube, we'll go live. We'll do an after show on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, if you want to see us do an after show and get drunk and talk some
you want to see
stuff,
Tony's nuts?
yeah, y'all can.
I shaved them. Looks like a plucked chicken.
Like a skinned quail.
No, wait. I
Looks
got a
like a-
picture of that. Hold on. I sent to my
Looks
wife
like a
earlier. What-
12-year-old schoolboy with a big nose.
Y'all save it for the after show. Y'all save this for the after show, but we'll get on there in a minute.
Hey, AJ, I never asked you. I forgot to ask you
What's up?
real quick. What are you using charcoal in the offset?
So
Straight wood.
I'll use probably about 5 pounds of I don't even know if it's 5 pounds or not. The bag says 10 pounds. I'll use half a bag of charcoal,
Okay.
and then I'll throw my wood on top. And
What
I'll
kind
start
of
off
wood?
with mesquite. I'll start off with mesquite. And
That's
I'll
puro
get
Mexicano.
it
That's
going.
Mexicano right there for sure.
Mexicano, baby.
South Texas, baby.
South Texas.
No,
So
that's good.
So I'll start. I'll get my fire going, and I'll get it going to about 400 degrees.
Okay.
400 degrees, and I'll throw my meat on there at 400.
With straight mesquite, or you start with mesquite and then you roll over to something else.
No, so I'll start. So once my, about that time when I throw my meat on there, that mesquite's ready to turn to coals.
Yeah.
It's turned to coals, and we're burning at 400 degrees. So I won't put no other wood on there for another 2 hours.
And then when you do, what is it?
It's oak,
What kind? Post oak, red oak,
post oak. Yeah,
bark or no bark?
it depends. If it's got the bark on there, we'll throw it on there.
I'm taking notes. That's why. Taking notes.
If it's got the bark on there, we'll throw it on there, and I'll also
All
throw
right.
some
All
pepper on
right,
there.
guys. Hey, y'all save this. We're gonna go. We'll do an after show, a small one
All right.
on YouTube
All right.
here in a minute. But let me wrap this up. Hey, thank you, AJ Garza with God's Country Barbecue for stepping in. My man Derek Bernal with Heavy's Barbecue, and thank you to my co-host for the evening, Top Fan Tony with Why Not Barbecue. Appreciate you stepping in, guys. That have watched this. If you watched this from start to beginning, you're a trooper. We're 2 hours and 15 minutes in. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to our sponsors that support this show. Thank you very much. And again, thank you guys for tuning in every Wednesday at 8 o'clock here on Facebook, YouTube, and we'll see how Twitch did. I have no idea. Maybe it was just one person. Maybe it was 21 people. Who knows?
Maybe you were banned.
Maybe we were banned after tonight. We'll see. Michael Walker, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate you guys. Wes, if y'all stick around here, we'll in about 5 minutes. Everybody needs to take a little tinkle break, but we'll come on for a quick after show on YouTube. So
Yeah, I got to race like a piss horse right now. So.
Hey, Tony, don't go nowhere because I got to show you something.
don't go
Oh,
nowhere.
really? What's his name?
Stop. Save it for the after show.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around. We'll see you guys on the after show, but we'll see you guys next Wednesday, 8 o'clock here on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch channel. Absolutely. Y'all have a
All
good
right.
weekend. We'll see you guys.
Later. Hey, Rob.